105, reason for the stop, stolen vehicle.
Drunk driving is no laughing matter. Drunk driving in a stolen vehicle? I'd say we skipped some levels. As police try to wrangle this inebriated battering ram, the man behind the wheel quickly reminded them just how out of control the situation really was. His actions were about to cost him everything.
$716, $1050, $1050, 13 and a half. Driver, show me your hands! This is the police! You are under arrest! Driver, show me your hands now!
It is February 4th, 2023. This vehicle was reported stolen less than an hour earlier from a bar in West Salem, Wisconsin. As other officers converged on the crash, the one barking orders realized that there was movement in the cabin. The driver was still conscious.
767, he's not following commands to show his hands. He's just sitting in the vehicle right now. Show me your hands! Walk towards me now! Turn around, face away from me! Walk back towards me, keep your hands where they're at! Keep walking! Keep walking! Stop! Get down on your knees!
They swooped in for the arrest, leaving nothing to chance as they leveled their firearms on him. Never mind the impaired driving and stupefied stumbling. The unmistakable smell of alcohol on his breath told the officers everything they needed to know as they slapped the cuffs on him. The astonishing absence of injury could be attributed to the depressant effects of the alcohol relaxing his body. As he was Mirandized in the back of the police vehicle, his slurred replies dotted another box on the drunk checklist.
I'm not hurt, brother. I'm not hurt, brother. I would tell you if I was hurt. I would tell you if I was hurt.
You have the right to remain silent?
Yeah, but...
Anything you say...
I haven't even asked
No,
you to
court, you have the right to talk to the report question.
One second. I'm super confused how I got here. I would have rather have you got me right home. You know what I mean?
That wasn't happening anytime soon. His stark lack of awareness continued to choreograph to officers just the kind of night this was going to be. At almost 3 in the morning, the investigation could easily run until daybreak. Now, they were locked in at the end of their shifts, so they hustled to move the process along. The first step, locking down the crime scene.
Let's go check the car.
As the pair of officers approached the vehicle and details of the situation became more clear, they realized just how dangerous the situation could have become.
Do you know if the victim had firearms in the vehicle?
In the glove compartment, but he said it was locked, so
It wasn't.
okay.
Should I take the guns? I mean, I don't like them sitting there like that.
If you want to secure them in your car, go ahead.
If the suspect only knew that 2 firearms were within arm's reach, who knows how much more chaotic the chase would have gotten. The officer thanked his lucky stars as he trudged back towards the vehicle detaining the man, towards his fellow officers. They had more information than he did. It was the barkeep who called in the tip after this regular refused his offer to be driven home. This vigilant employee was able to give the make and model of the car he brute-forced open, as well as the suspect's name and age, Braxton Ghelfi, 24.
Did you want to talk to the suspect? Hey! Phil, are you... I was going to say go pull him over, but you have the guns.
A not-so-gentle reminder that Braxton was only a drop in the bucket. Late at night, under the cover of darkness, far too many people feel comfortable bending the rules of the empty road. It's one of the many reasons why fatal car accidents are 3 times more likely to occur after the sun sets. Braxton should be thanking his lucky stars that things didn't end much worse for him.
Having a bad night, huh?
I mean, it could be worse, right?
Are you injured at all?
No.
Okay. You don't want any medical attention?
Trust me, I'd tell you.
What is your,
Better to waste your time.
what's your name?
It's on that.
What's your name?
It's on that.
I know, but you want to tell me?
It's on that.
Tell me your name and date of birth.
I'm not trying to be a dick.
That certainly wasn't wasting the officer's time. He can sugarcoat it all he wants, but resistance is resistance at the end of the day. His true colors flashed more brightly after the officer exited in frustration.
Don't think it's worth trying to run him through tests.
What is going on? Get in the car. You guys get a hold of my dad yet, you dumb f***? Call my dad, you dumbass.
But only briefly. When the officers got back to him, he swerved right back to his drunken doublespeak.
Hey Braxton, my name's Nate Spolka with the West Salem Police
I respect it, but what's going on here?
Well, I'm going to tell you here quick, alright? First off, I'm going to ask you some questions, so I'm going to read you your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
He wasn't so much uncooperative as he was unconscious.
Do you understand each of these rights?
I respect it.
Right now, for me, you're being charged with theft of a motor vehicle, okay? From West Salem.
What?
From-
Okay.
If all he was going to do was play dumb, then more drastic measures needed to be taken in order to properly criminalize him. Unfortunately for Braxton here, there was a procedure for just this scenario.
The one that you were just driving in, that you crashed. Alright, so I don't know what else Pullman's
Talk to him about it.
What's that?
Talk to him about it.
Alright, sounds good.
Copy. I respect it.
Officers transported Braxton to a nearby clinic for a checkup, and as they drove down the dark and empty roads, Braxton's incoherent rambling faded away as his eyes became heavier and heavier.
Will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood, yes or no? Braxton,
You know my dad?
this isn't something I'm calling your dad for. Are you going to consent, yes or
I
no?
call my dad.
Okay, I'm going to accept that as a refusal.
I know how the system works.
Sweet. Good for you, man. I'm glad you're so smart. Not smart enough to not steal a car and then get in a crash.
The officer escorted the belligerent man to an exam room and sat him down while they awaited a nurse.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Mark.
Sure do.
Respect.
It's not like the blood test would have told them anything they didn't already know, but they needed evidence to present in his case. Braxton certainly knew this. There's a reason he wasn't giving straight answers.
Justin, I saw you when you first started being a cop in the grass.
Did you?
You just started being a sheriff. Yeah, you're right along with the what's his name that was right along with the bulldog, right?
What was that?
He's a bulldog. He's right along with Canine. You knew it was a bulldog, right?
Okay.
Right?
I pull you over or something?
It was later revealed that Braxton was actually an intern at West Salem PD and often saw these officers coming and going on their rounds. It was his hope that one day he could patrol alongside them. That certainly contextualizes his responses all night, but I don't see him making it out of this situation with that future intact.
If you let me pee, I'll tell you guys whatever you want to know.
We don't want to know anything. We just want you to sit.
So what do you want to know?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
So then you're wasting your time.
He's so drunk he doesn't even realize how much that statement applies to himself.
We're not going anywhere until the blood draw is done, right? End of story.
No, yeah, that's fine. Can I pee?
No. Nowhere. Staying in the chair. Staying there till blood draw is done.
Pee.
Okay, wow. Simple things are really hard for you.
His case files become a comedy. When all else fails, Braxton takes a cue from his greatest hits and lets it play once again.
Call my dad.
So we're supposed to call.
Yeah, you should do it. You should. You.
What should
Call
we say
him.
to him?
You should call him.
So what to say what?
I don't give a what you have to say to him. Call him.
So just call him for no
Call
reason.
him. Yeah, no, let's go. Call him.
Daddy wasn't going to sweep up his poor decisions, not this time. And the officers, they weren't going to let him make yet another mistake.
You're not gonna can I pee and then you can do this whole weird shit where you
Already almost done.
No, we're not. I'm not doing
So I
that.
don't want to poke you.
I'm not gonna do that.
We're not gonna fuck around anymore.
I'm not fucking doing that.
This is for your best interest here, because you're not making the best choices, and I want to make sure
No,
that
I'm not.
Zach is safe and that you're safe. So
Would you let me pee after this? I'll give you $20. Yeah.
Braxton did not know when to quit. Whether he was hoping in vain that emptying his bladder would affect his test result, or he really was just that drunk, it wasn't accomplishing anything at this point. After what he just put everybody through, there was only one suitable destination for him.
I've never heard anybody in my entire life say that they have to pee more than you. So to that, congratulations.
Well, it depends on like if they're like on the same page of like.
I don't even think they're in the same
If
book
I'm
as
in
you.
a-
Like you have your own book, dude.
You made it this far. You can make it 5 more minutes. I
I
promise
get a
you.
free bus. Call my dad when we get there.
Oh,
Hey, I don't know if you heard, but
I gotta pee.
I think that's Pete.
At least they're taking it in stride. Hours into overtime and sleep deprived, they transported Braxton to the station so his booking could officially commence.
We are at the jail, buddy.
I need a pee.
I get that. Christ.
Before he logs his report, he uncuffs the man and finally allows him to relieve himself. Without wasting any time, he directs them back to the bench as soon as he exits the restroom.
There, sit down.
Look, that is a douchebag.
The officer hasn't lost sight of his goal, making it home to a nice comfy bed as soon as possible.
I gotta put these back on you. Turn around. Turn around.
I gotta go behind.
Yeah, they gotta go behind.
You sons of Come on, brother.
It's the jail's policy, not mine.
Can I get out of here tonight?
No.
At least one person would be making it home to a nice comfy bed. Braxton here would spend 3 days in jail before he was released on a $1,000 bond. When his case finally went to court, he was slapped with a litany of offenses, including reckless endangerment, evading arrest, and operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. He was ordered to pay nearly $3,000 in fines, but ultimately, his long weekend in the drunk tank was all the time in jail he would spend. A hell of a light sentence, if you ask me. Braxton Ghelfi had ambitions of being a police officer, but he pissed it all away after having one too many drinks and stealing one too many cars. If he's an example of the ilk who wish to protect and serve in this day and age, maybe they should be served one last drink first and take a lesson in accountability.